Hello and welcome to another episode of the FTM's Guide, and today we are talking about Metoidioplasty versus Phalloplasty. Here will be your one-stop service of which one to choose. We are covering the pros and the cons. We are covering the appearance, the function, the potential scarring, the cost, and anything and everything I can think of after that. So let's just get into it. So first of all, appearance-wise, Metodioplasty versus Phalloplasty. Now, Metodioplasty is gonna look like a micro penis. It's not gonna be big. Like again, I've said in previous videos, Metodioplasty is based on the size of the growth of your clitoris, so it will not be big at all. So if you're expecting a bulge in your pants, it's most likely not gonna be there unless you opt to have testicular implants put in. Now, can Metodioplasty look like a fully functional male penis? Yes, it can absolutely look like it. It just looks like a micro penis. That's in the case that you get 2 testicle implants put in. It will look like the complete male genitalia, but it will just look like mini-sized. Now, as for Phalloplasty, obviously, Phalloplasty looks as close as you can get in terms of sizing to a male penis, so it will be a large male penis with testicular implants put in on a later stage. You will just have a normal sized male looking penis. And so Metodioplasty versus Phalloplasty, if you want a full male size, natural looking penis, go for Phalloplasty because it is, like I said, it is the real size of a male penis versus the Metodioplasty where it is just like a micro penis. But one of the cons of the appearance of getting Phalloplasty done is, first of all, naturally a male penis erects and shrinks, but with Phalloplasty, it cannot naturally get erect and it cannot naturally shrink. So when you do opt for sizing, please keep in mind, however big you choose, however long, thick, and big you choose your penis to become, it will remain that size. So for example, if you want a really, really long penis, you're gonna have to have, you might like it, or you might go with the consequence of you're gonna have something really long in between your pants the whole time. So really keep that in mind. So let's go to functionality. Now we're gonna cover Metodioplasty first, then we will cover Phalloplasty. So Metodioplasty, first of all, you can naturally get erect, you can naturally shrink, you can stand to pee. Methods you can opt to do, it's very flexible. You can choose to just get it released without having testicular implants, without having your pee hole closed. You can sit to pee. You can opt to have the release and have a scrotum made and still sit to pee, or you can have the release and everything, including testicular implants, standing to pee and closing the pee hole, and have testicular implants. Now, it's very flexible. You have many options of types of Metodioplasty you want. This totally depends on you. Now, the only thing you cannot do is you cannot penetrate, okay? Everything works like a male functioning penis, but you just cannot penetrate your partner in terms of intercourse. You have full 100% erotic sensation. Yes, you can climax, but like I said, because it's a smaller size penis, functionality wise, you will not be able to penetrate. Now, Phalloplasty. Phalloplasty, you can stand to pee. Phalloplasty is less flexible than Metodioplasty. Most of the times, most of the doctors, which I know of, you just need to do a full-on Phalloplasty, meaning you cannot have like different stages, which means you can only have one stop stage, which testicles and the penis. So you have to 100% stand to pee, which is a good thing. I mean, if some of you guys are happy with that, because most of the guys who opt for Phalloplasty, that is your goal anyway. Phalloplasty, you can have intercourse, you can penetrate with, everyone can have intercourse. You can penetrate whilst having intercourse, and I'm not sure about the sensation, but you might not be on the longer side, the tip part of your penis. You won't have that much of sensation yet, but I've heard that it takes some time for the nerve endings to really connect that you will have complete sensation, but on the bottom, on the base, by tugging it, you still have sensation. You can obviously climax. Now the thing with phalloplasty is that it is a multiple stage surgery versus metodioplasty. They are both multiple stages, but metodioplasty usually is just 2 stages, where phalloplasty can be multiple stages, because with metodioplasty, like I said, you can erect naturally, you can climax naturally, you don't need to get anything put in except for testicles. Now, with phalloplasty, because it is a more extensive surgery, is you have to get multiple stages. So if you saw my previous video, first of all, you need to get a tube put in the area that you want to take the donor skin from. You need donor skin for phalloplasty. You need at least 2 months for really the nerve endings to connect to the tube that you put it in, which can last all the way to 6 months, depending on the area and depending on how well the nerves grow, to make the urethra and to make the nerve endings, like I said, connect for your donor tissue to make the phallus. That is one part. The second part is that once you actually do it, you have to wait for everything to heal, which means you actually do it down there first. You just get the phallus made, which means you only get the penis made. The scrotum, you have to make it at a later stage where you have to put the testicles in. You see, that's already 3 stages, plus 4th stage, which some doctors do glandsplasty, which means you make the shape of the head, the tip of the penis. Some don't during the earlier stages, but if it's the case that they don't, then you have to go for another surgery that you have to make the head of the penis. And finally, because you cannot naturally erect, you need to put a erectile device into your phallus, which is another stage. So each stage takes 6 months of healing. So this 6 months, then you do down there, you need to wait for it to heal for 6 months. Then you can have your scrotum made and have testicles put in. Then you wait another 6 months. Then you do actually you can do the head at the same time with your testicles. And then after you get that done, then you have to wait to get your erectile device put in. So all in all, metodioplasty is much quicker. There's less stages to be put in, but with phalloplasty, it's multiple stage, so it takes a longer time. But like I said, if you really want it, obviously you're really gonna endure the price to pay for really getting phalloplasty. Now, in terms of pain, I don't know because I haven't gotten phalloplasty yet, but metodioplasty, it's very painful. Personally, to me, in my experience, it was incredibly one of the most painful surgeries I've ever had in my life. It is just ridiculous. Then the healing process and everything is just horrendous. But that was just in terms of my experience. Phalloplasty, I'm not so sure, but what I've heard from some of the other guys who actually did phalloplasty, they said down there, it doesn't hurt as much as the part of your donor skin. So a lot of the things that I've heard from the guys who had the donor, who did phalloplasty, was the part where they took out the donor skin is more painful than that actual down there itself, because you're more or less just attaching it to your genital area. And another thing is that with scarring, metodioplasty, you have no scars whatsoever. You don't have any scars. With phalloplasty, you have visible, noticeable scars on the donor site. That's really straight up. That's it. And yeah. So next we're gonna do is cost. Metodioplasty costs significantly less than phalloplasty, and that is just mainly due to the stages of surgery, meaning that metodioplasty have less stages to go through. It's usually only 1 or 2 stages. Sometimes could possibly be 3 if you choose to separate the fact that you get your scrotum made or not. But with phalloplasty, obviously, because there are multiple stages of surgeries, there are multiple things you have to do, i.e. getting the tube in, getting your phallus made, having to put the implants, having to make the head of the penis, then having to put the erectile device in. So phalloplasty, you can expect, can be anywhere to 30-40% more expensive than the cost of Metodioplasty. So that's all I have to cover today. If I missed anything out, please let me know, because I'm not sure either, but that is, to my knowledge, what I know of. And just another thing, because I did mention in my previous video about phalloplasty that I do plan to get phalloplasty. Some of you might be wondering why I got Metodioplasty if I wanted to get phalloplasty. It's not, I wasn't sure if I wanted phalloplasty or not. And the thing, a big con, a big pro that I will say about Metodioplasty is you can get phalloplasty done even after you get Metodioplasty. And at first, I didn't know either if I was gonna get phalloplasty or not, because all the risks that I consider, the scarring, I don't want any donor tissue area scars, I don't want a scar on my arm, I don't want a scar on my legs. Metodioplasty has no scarring. But after actually having Metodioplasty, I am getting to realize that I do want a male-sized penis, and I am now willing to go through the scarring, because I feel like, for me, somewhere along the line, getting a male-sized penis is what I want. I want to be able to penetrate, even though I'm happy with my intercourse life, but that's just my personal view, my personal goal, what I personally want. All of you might have something different in mind. That's totally up to you. Like I said, this is your personal choice. So if you enjoyed the video, please give this a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new for more content like this, and I will see you in the next one.